pretty high pressure. What happens if you get into pressure situations, and how do you both stay aligned on the decisions that need to be made around business decisions and things that are happening within the business?
Louise, we're still navigating that. I don't think it's complete, as in like this is the set standard and there's no negotiables around that. I'm constantly learning about myself. I'm constantly learning about Bec. In business, it's so different, So we're still navigating it. But I think it's interesting because we had a session today, a business coaching session, and it was less about your personality. It's less about your character. It was a temperament sort of a analysis. And one of the things that came out was when in stressful situations, I tend to think less and do less, and I feel more. It's interesting, whereas Bec does the opposite, right? She does more, and so we have different temperaments, I think, in the business. So from a temperament perspective, I think there's a clear difference in terms of how we manage our emotions, and it's really, really tough because we have the tendency of bringing work back home, and and that sometimes we get into some heated arguments. And I'm just being totally open as well. It's not completely smooth sailing because it's such a high pressure environment we're in, and we've got some very key deliverables. So unfortunately or fortunately, business has kind of creeped into a little bit of our personal lives. But we've had plenty of discussions where home is home, work is work, and when you're home, try to switch off, and we're making progress with that slowly but surely. It's just both exceptionally passionate people
and dominant
and very dominant. So it's like the alpha female and the alpha male going like this, and so it's it's iron sharpens iron, and there's just plenty of sparks. It's just the nature of it, and we've got to be okay with it. And there are moments when it genuinely it challenges me, but it's setting guidelines and navigating through that is the big thing for us, and for me anyway personally. But I count our blessings because as much as there's a lot of sparks, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of care, there's a lot of we get to spend so much time, considerably, I believe anyway, with my little girl. We traveled so much last year. We were in Europe, we were in Malaysia, Singapore, we're in Palau, and we do a lot of travel, and so I believe that business gives us some freedom and flexibility to do the things that we want to do. But when it's business, it's game on. It's
Well, there is some joke that I say time to time. I got fired by my husband. It's never perfect from day one, but as we actually do trial and error, we actually learn how to delineate. It's what's your territory, what's my territory. Thing that we always say is that play to your strength. What are you good at? How can we actually create synergy? And I know, on a daily basis, I know when we are certain circumstances, something that he brings to the table, something that I see as a quite different viewpoint. But at the same time, I actually am very grateful because the approach that I take is slightly different, and I really value that because that really brings another layer of the strength when it comes to problems resolution or solving certain things, and the way we have to look at certain things. I learn from him, and I maybe there is a different way or different perspectives I can actually see from. So I see that from him, and safe place that I can actually, ask and I can actually navigate. But then he comes from as a mutual, beneficial, sort of it's a safe space to actually throw in, ideas. Another thing is I'm very skeptical, analytical, and he's a more trusting. So combining, it actually brings out more of a due diligence perspective when it comes to different situations. There are different layers. I think it's a very, very, strength to us, play to our strength. That's what we actually talk about all the time.
And just building on that, Louise, I am an extrovert. I go out and I network, I bring business, I build a brand, I build authority, I tell the whole world about what we do. And delivers. There's no doubt, because the strength of the business is not just how you sell the business, it's how you deliver value and quality for our clients, which is why more than a third of the clients that come back to us has come back because they've enjoyed working with us, referred as clients, and that is testament, to Bec's work, because she delivers, and it's quality, and it's
I can't market. I can't sell. He can, and I know how to deliver it to the quality standard. But something I can't do, I can't market. Yeah, so that's he's a very important person.